What's up, guys? We are Past the Pop Culture. My name's Ricky with my co-host, Mr. Fen.
Hola.
Yeah, so we are kind of excited today because there's a lot of news. And of course, Fen is going to be giving us his little Pokemon Arceus review. So
Mm-hmm.
hopefully you guys will enjoy it. We're going to be talking about Blizzard's new survival game, Battlefield potentially going free to play, sort of. And then, of course, Sony buying Bungie, which pretty much just happened like
Today.
what, a couple hours ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, like everyone's like freaking out. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of good things to get into. So first topic for today, I think will be I think Blizzard. I think we'll talk about Blizzard because we've been kind of following along on Blizzard. A lot of the stuff that they've been saying, doing, shaming them, I guess is the best way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so yeah, but Blizzard is putting out, if you haven't heard, is a new survival game. Very interesting that they chose a survival game, but apparently it's been in development for 4.5 years already, and we've only got to see like some concept art. You can look it up online, but it's been mainly kind of used to help market opening positions at Blizzard, and
Wonder why they're
I
open.
really don't. Yeah. So
Sorry.
I don't know. It's kind of interesting that they've decided to announce this in the midst of everything. I don't know if it's a good move or a bad move because I'm not into marketing or anything, but I don't know. It seems like people are kind of either receiving it well or just kind of lukewarm. That's
Yeah.
kind of what I've seen. Of course, there's been some people that are just like on the anti-Blizzard bandwagon, which I've been on, you've been on, but I'm kind of just more lukewarm to the idea. I don't really care in terms of like whatever they're putting out. Well, but you, Fen,
Yeah, I find it very
when you
interesting the
find it,
timing of this.
okay. Mm-hmm.
Um, sure, 4.5 years, whatever. It's typical Blizzard. Oh yeah, we've been working on this for 5 years. Here's an image. It's like, oh, you've been
Yeah,
making that picture for 5 years. Oh, okay. Like I
it's
don't
like they
know.
just got they got the new
That's mean.
intern to work on
I
something.
know. I'm sorry. That is mean, but it's like sure,
Yeah.
I mean, I like the idea of a Blizzard survival game, but it's like
From
Overwatch
what I'm
2.
told, it's playable though. From
Oh,
what
it's
I'm told, it's
playable.
in a playable state. From what I've seen, or not seen, I should say, but like the
Heard.
articles I've read and heard, and I forgot who it was, but one of the lead people at Blizzard, they're like, oh yeah, no, it's in a playable state, and I played multiple hours of it. But the thing is, like, how playable is playable? You know what I mean?
Like you
Like
move
like
the
it,
character in a
moving.
straight line, that's it.
Yeah, like when I show you one of my games, like, well, it's playable, and it's like,
Yeah.
well, you can kind of move around, do like a few things, but it
Hmm.
seems like he's played quite a bit. And if it's been
Hmm.
4.5 years, I'm assuming there's at least more than like moving left, right, and some cool little animation or something.
Four and a half
But
years. But
continue
where's
what
the
you're
trailer?
saying. I don't know.
uh, uh,
It's one of those things where it's like, remember, they haven't really done anything like since what, for 8 years? They haven't put out a new
a
IP.
new IP? Oh my gosh. What was the last one?
Overwatch? No.
Was it? No.
It can't be Overwatch. Point being, they haven't come out with a lot of stuff, and yeah, I think it's okay. I don't really care. I'm lukewarm on it. If they want to make it, let them make it. Like, I'm not gonna probably buy it. If I'm being honest, it's not something I'm really interested in.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear
I
you.
was like, wait, do I say anything?
And of course, the headphones. They're still dying. Gosh, I love today, friend. You know what? Today is just awesome. Let me see if I can find. Oops.
That's how you know it's
I'll
live,
just use my
baby.
headphones. So basically, I don't really feel like anything. Like, I think the idea of a survival game now in 2022, it's kind of like, well,
Too late.
it should have been there in 2016. I don't know what to
Yeah.
tell you, man. Like, if this came out like in 2016, I think people would have been, raving about it a lot
I would
more.
have been all over
But
this.
yeah, especially because the idea of it seems to be kind of like this. you like the little bit of concept art. It looks very heavily inspired by World of Warcraft, and it kind of
Mm-hmm.
looks like you're going through like a little portal thing because you kind of see like a little city with a
Mm-hmm. Yep.
bike, and then
Yep.
there's like a portal thing. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool, man. But I'm like, where was this like, 5 years ago when like it was at the height of its, popular like this genre? I mean, don't get me wrong, I still enjoy a good survival game. Rust is still incredibly fun.
Mm-hmm.
Minecraft, of course, falls into the survival game genre. But I don't know. Like, I've always thought it'd be cool if Blizzard made a survival game, or
What do you think the art
that
style
was
is gonna
more
be? Like the gameplay art, like art style.
gameplay art
I feel like
style.
it's gonna be if it's like their Overwatch kind of like esque slash
Hmm.
Hearthstone animation. I guess Warcraft cinematic. Like I'd be kind of okay with that. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's it just sucks because it's like Blizzard finally
I
makes
don't
a
know.
new IP and it's like I'm sorry, but you lost half your fan base.
Yeah, and it makes more sense why they pushed a Diablo remake out first
Yeah.
rather than a new game. Actually, it's like they can't do anything right now. But of course, hopefully with Microsoft's leadership, they can bring them back to their former glory and get rid of all the weirdos.
Overwatch 2,
But yeah,
Diablo 4.
yeah.
I don't know. I
Um,
just
I don't
that's a
know, man.
different
But I
episode
don't know.
because I can flame
I
Blizzard more if you want.
I mean, go
No,
ahead.
it's
But it's
just
just
like
I don't know.
it's relatable to this survival game. It's like why are they spending 4.5 years making this game when they've already announced
Hmm.
Overwatch 2? There's like
Hmm.
nothing about that. Even like the pros, they're shafting the pro scene, and like nobody can
Hmm.
play Overwatch 2. And it's like, why are they making this game? And then for Diablo 4, I mean, it is coming along, but it's like, just make a game. Just come on, like focus. I don't know. It's
It's
stop giving us
yeah.
false hope.
Yeah. They're of course they're sending this out because whatever few fans or people willing to kind of sit around for them, they're hoping that this grabs some attention, takes some of the negativity off of them. Because again, it's been surrounded by controversy a lot, and I don't really see them getting out of it anytime soon. I think it's going to take at least another 2 to 3 years before they actually kind of get their act together.
Hmm.
I don't see them turning around in a while, because especially if
It's
they keep Bobby, it'd be
yeah.
really hard to really like rein him in. I don't know, maybe Bill Gates, will really
I don't know.
jump down his throat to get things done. But I don't really see anything. I think it's just more is same old like we've been saying for the past few episodes
I
now.
agree.
But I don't know. It would have been really cool. I think it would have been cool if they came out with this years ago. I think it would have been really fun. But I think now everyone's kind of just off the Blizzard
It would have to be
hype train.
groundbreaking. Like it would have to be
Yeah.
like so good. Has to look so good. Has to play so good in order for like people like whoa. Let's try this
Hmm.
survival game. Otherwise, they'll just stick with Rust
Yeah.
or
I
Arc.
don't. The only way that I can really see this being I guess like widely played, or it's gonna be played, but I think widely accepted is the better word. Is if it just goes for free on Game Pass,
Mm-hmm.
and then like they're just like, yeah, it's gonna be for free on the Xbox Game Pass, and you can just play that way. And yeah, I'd probably play the game, drop my review, and then probably not play it again. That's probably I wouldn't purchase it. Like if they were gonna require me to purchase it or pay monthly or whatever, I'm not gonna really
I
look
agree.
into it unless it's just the most absolutely best game like that has ever existed, redefining gaming itself.
I
You know what I
mean, they
mean?
could have like magic inside it. Like I don't think there's any survival games with magic, right? That'd be kind of cool,
um
actually.
was a I thought there's a few
Well, like if it's
that
Rust but
kind of
with
have like
magic.
I don't know. I don't know. There's been little games here and there that are like game ideas that I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Even the makers of Rust, they were trying to make their own uh kind of like Rust spin-off, like that's built in a fantasy world. I mean, you have Conan. I'm not sure if that has magic or anything, but
Has
there's
big
been little
wieners, that's for
things.
sure.
There's been little things here and there, like little projects, but a lot of them get canceled when it has to deal with magic. In terms of like, they just don't make it through development,
Mm-hmm.
like what happened with the in Rust is kind of like fantasy spin-off because they're gonna call it like Moss or something like that, but then they changed the name to something else, and then it just died because they're like, yeah, we're not going to go through with this project, and everyone was super hyped about it. Everyone was like, whoa, this is cool, like a magic themed. And I always feel like it'd be cool to build a game like that because it'd be like it's magic themed. Like everyone, who doesn't like magic? And survival game, like those are always they're fun. I think they're not in their height anymore, but I don't really play them that much
Just
unless it's
like BRs.
Minecraft.
Well,
Yeah, but yeah, I don't really know. I don't really care for the themes or anything
mm-hmm.
that are going to be portrayed. I'm honestly, it's probably just going to be connected to World of Warcraft or some way, or heavily inspired, where it's gonna feel like a DLC or
Ooh.
something,
Or it gets
like
canceled.
yeah, yeah, it's been working for 4.5 years. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they announced it, but I mean, how many times has a game announced and then they just axe it? You know what I mean? So I don't know,
It's going
but
mobile. Stupid Blizzard. Let's move on.
you don't have a phone. You told me you don't have a phone.
Oh,
Yeah,
flashbacks.
ever since then it just went downhill, man.
Everyone has a
It just
phone,
went.
right? Ooh. Poor guy. I don't. Oh man.
uh, all right, but I guess to maybe potentially be even more disappointed, Halo TV series. So the Halo TV series that's going to be premiering on Paramount Plus. They dropped a trailer, and hopefully you saw it, Fen. But
Yes.
I was kind of lukewarm on it after that trailer. I was always kind of lukewarm on it. I think I like the idea. I think it's cool. I know some people were kind of like, oh well, he's not the last Spartan, blah blah blah, and how they found the Halo or whatever. And I'm like, dude, like it's
Mm-hmm.
a whole spin-off thing. I'm not gonna get too, um, like upset. I'm not super into like the Halo lore, so I don't know if I should really be speaking on that. So to me, it's just like as long as you see Master Chief do some cool stuff, and it's a fairly cohesive story,
It's
I think that's gonna satisfy most people.
it's not the original
But
voice, so that's already a strike for me.
yeah, everyone was complaining, but
I mean, a lot
again,
of people are
there's an
excited though. It's I
no. A
saw
lot
it.
of
I
people are
saw it, and I
excited.
don't
They
know.
have a lot of hope. Yeah, a lot of people in the comments really liked how it looked, and everything. But yeah, I know a lot of people are just kind of like, oh, it feels weird without the voice. I'm not too. I've pretty much set my expectations kind of low. I know it's not going to be this great storytelling. It's just
Yeah.
it's kind of a side thing, and
Well, no,
it's
because
just
it's the like the origin
it's not
story.
canon, I should say. But it's not canon, so I don't know. Once I hear it's like it's not really canon. It's kind of like a side thing. I'm like, okay, well, I don't
So it's
care.
it's
Like
gonna be
it could
like
be
their
good or
own
bad.
version of the Halo beginning.
Yes,
Interesting, but they have the
yes. Like it's
Cortana voice, so
yeah.
it's
I don't really know how everything is
huh.
gonna get like portrayed in the show. I'm not well versed enough on the lore to really speak on it too much. I think it's not a. It's I don't know about you, fam, but it's not enough for me to pick up Paramount Plus. I don't know
Yeah.
about you.
I don't know how I'm
It's
gonna
not.
watch it.
It's not gonna be a streaming seller, or I don't know, streaming service seller. That's a mouthful, but it's not really in it for me like that. I'm probably gonna skip it, and then just forget about it, and then when or the first episode's gonna drop, there's gonna be some hype or disappointment, and then that's probably where it's gonna end for most people.
I mean, we can always get a. We will buy Paramount Plus for RuPaul's Drag Race. Uh, I mean, that show's probably way better than this Halo one, so let's be honest. But I don't know, like if you get like Paramount free for like a week, whatever, like the free trial, then I'd like just binge watch
Hmm.
the Halo TV. I don't know, it
Yeah,
just
I've
didn't
been
catch my
just
attention really. It looks cool. I like how the Covenant look. It is pretty like
hmm
authentic to the games, but it's the origin or their own origin story of like before Halo. And then like when Master
hmm
Chief talked, I was like, wait, what? And that just like maybe not
hmm
want to watch it. And then they have the original voice of Cortana, so it's like, wait, why did they get
yeah.
her but not the main, the most important guy? I don't know. It's just like
Yeah,
what?
nah, no, no,
I
no.
don't know.
We
I'm
all
50
know
50.
the
Cortana's where
digital
it's at.
waifu
Yeah, but she looks.
is where it's at.
She looks weird to me in the show. I don't.
It's because she's not blue.
Yeah, I don't want
That's
to.
why.
Never
That's
mind.
what
I
everyone's
don't wanna,
saying.
yeah.
No, 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 no. Yeah,
She looks
I
weird.
think that's what it is. I think it's yeah, it's like, but I think it's mainly just because the way they did this CGI. I think that's what it is. Because
Hmm.
yeah, I know some people were complaining it looked kind of cheap. I think some people were like, well, it's the saturation or blah blah blah,
It looked
whatever.
weird. Like
But it did feel kind of like some YouTube fan guys made it. Like
some
but not
TikToker.
yeah, I'm like, well, if that TikToker did it, that's cool, man, but it's Paramount. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how much faith they have in this. I think they put enough faith in it to buy like the IP, the rights to the IP,
Hmm.
and then to film it. I don't think they're like, we're not gonna put all like the extra, elbow grease necessary to like really, bring it home. But I think they're just hoping like it's just good enough to get people to sign on. I don't know. I don't really
I don't
I don't
know.
know what old guy is at, Paramount that's like, "Oh yes, Halo." You know what I mean? I think it's more like my son plays this game called Halo. All the young whippersnappers like it. Like that's what I kind of imagine. Like that's probably like,
No way. He's probably like,
I
is this
don't
Fortnite?
no, please.
Where's that Fortnite TV series, huh? Actually, I might be kind of interested in that. But anyways,
I'd wonder how that turned into because that'd get memed to like hell and back, dude. That would be
yeah, but they're like their in-game events are like really, really good. That's sorry, sidetracking. I don't know. I especially because now you
it's all
just
right.
told me it's not canon. So it's like, what is the
Mm-hmm.
whole point of this? I think I've
Yeah,
said
from
this
what I
many
understand,
times
it's
now.
not canon. Yeah, I don't. I'm not a fan of like non-canon stuff. I think it's kind of pointless. I mean, I guess if it's like a what if kind of thing, I don't really mind. But for the most part, it just never really interests me.
Or do
But
like a
for
side
those that,
story.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But if you are interested in watching it, for anybody who is, it's gonna drop March 24th.
Hmm.
So do
I'll be
with that
watching
what you
Batman
will. Mm.
at least 6 times.
I mean, that's the reveal for the review for that is gonna be real nice because I've been looking forward to that
I
movie.
hope so.
3 hours of pure, man, dude. We have Spider Man, and then now we're gonna have Batman, and then we're gonna be
Doctor
having a Joker
Strange.
2,
Oh,
a
is that
Joker
official?
2.
I've heard of the
From
rumors.
from what I understand, it is in the works, but they're not filming it just yet. They're I guess kind of brainstorming it from what I understand. It's just more like yes, we have plans for it. Yes, we want to do it. Joaquin Phoenix does want to do it. He wants to see where the story can go for the Joker. I guess they're gonna do kind of like the three Joker thing, where there's like three
Oh,
different Jokers, and I guess that's kind of the directions is what they're kind of going with. I don't know. It's I don't really have much information on it. It's just I know people have been talking about the rumors that oh yeah, Joker 2 is getting made
but
and
people
it's
want
finally
William
coming.
Dafoe as well.
Yeah, people are saying William Dafoe. Um, I see it. I think it's really good. I
Hmm.
think it'll be an interesting take on Joker because I think we're gonna get to see a lot of that Green Goblin elements that we're gonna like he's menacing, of course, in Spider-Man, but I
Hmm.
think giving him a rated R,
Oh
you know,
yeah, that would be beautiful.
Joker, bringing in what he's mastered with Green Goblin, to really create a menacing character. I think that'll be really interesting to see him do. I think it'd be
Hmm.
really fun. I think yeah. I don't really know like what other actors can play
Joker.
Joker, but again, like Joaquin Phoenix just came out of nowhere and just blew us all out of the water. No one really, from what I understand, no one really thought like of casting Joaquin Phoenix from like
Yeah, it was
fan
weird.
cast and stuff. It was like whoa, okay, but everyone was on board for the most part. So yeah,
Well, same thing
it
with
is gonna
Robert
be
Pattinson
fun.
as Batman. So.
Yeah, we'll see, man, once we get there. But
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know. I think it's a cool idea. I think it'll be definitely
Can they
something
possibly
to look out
connect
for.
the Walking Phoenix Joker to Robert Pattinson Batman, or is that
Well,
the years too far away?
you see, because the way in Joker and the original Joker, I guess I think from what I understand, Joker's supposed to be between like 15 to like 20 plus years older than Batman.
Hmm. Okay.
So the Batman that's in, or I should say Bruce Wayne, because he's not Batman yet.
Hmm.
but I'm just say Batman. The Batman that was shown off, young Bruce Wayne,
Right.
he was like 10, 12 years old. He was
Hmm.
very young. And, so I think from what I understand, it's going to be a younger Joker, if anything, that would go up against, or, one of the other three Jokers that would go up against
Robert Pattinson.
Batman. Yeah.
Interesting. Hmm.
And from what I understand, and that's what kind of like the consensus seems to be online. Of course, there's varying opinions, and I'd be interested in hearing anybody else's opinions on that kind of how they think they can tie it in, because I think it'd be cool to tie it in. Um, I don't know if they'll bring in Pattinson and Joaquin Phoenix in one movie. I think it would just be a shoot off or a nod to like, oh yeah, Joker exists, but they're not gonna like directly like there'll be some like he'll see it on the news or something like that, or there'll be something like he'll be walking out and the news will just show like the Joker or something. I don't really think they're gonna tie it in. I think if anything, they're just maybe a little Easter egg or nod to it.
Hmm.
I don't I
Okay.
don't see them really tying it all together like that. It'd be interesting. It'd be cool. I think it'd be a really good movie. I just don't really know if that's their plan, because it's like every time we think DC's gonna really do something, um they just fumble. Like if this was Marvel, well, as much as flack I give them, most of the time when the fans want something to happen, it
It
happens.
happens.
um we may not get it right away, but typically, most of the time, some form of it happens. People wanted a what if, and then we got the zombies also, and then there's all these things that fans been wanting for a while, and it seems like we're gonna be getting them. So I don't know, in terms of Joker. Like it seems like they're gonna be kind of filming more towards, or I'm sorry, the film is gonna be out more towards 2024, 2025. So
Oof,
it's
that's far.
definitely a way off. It is definitely
Hmm.
a ways off. So yeah, I wouldn't hold my breath to see like a connected universe, which is fine. I think self-contained. I think self-contained stories are really good, and I think that's probably should be DC's bread and butter for like the
Yeah.
next however
Forever.
long they plan on make
Or close up
not
shop.
Marvel movies, sorry, comic book movies. I'm sorry, but yeah, I think what kind of like these one shots, things are kind of cool. I think
Hmm.
that'd be cool because they kind of do something similar, and like for like the animated stuff, they animate different comic book storylines or arcs. So uh I don't know, but I kind of like how this is separate from
Everything.
Flashpoint, and I don't know how they plan on doing Flashpoint, if that's just gonna axe everything or not. So we still have to wait for that whenever that comes out. I can't recall
Or
if,
connect everything.
yeah, or connect everything. They could, but let's not get our hopes up here, Fen.
That's gonna be the end credit scene for the Batman watch. The Flash is
Oh
gonna show
no.
up, and then it's like, all right, well, we're never watching DC movies ever again. Sorry, The Rock.
You see Patterson going like, "Hey, what?" And then you're
It's
gonna
like,
see the
why am
the
I a
Flash come
vampire?
out.
Sorry.
Oh,
They gotta do some kind of like bat vampire, like I don't know. Nah,
they're
I think
gonna,
that movie's too
yeah.
serious for that. For jokes like that.
Yeah, no, no, yeah. I don't know. Let's
Sorry,
yeah,
Rob
let's not
Pattinson.
let's not
I love
speak it
you.
into let's not
Yeah, we were
speak it to
usually
anything.
that's our tradition on this podcast.
Yeah. But yeah, so there's a lot of things to be excited about. But something that I thought was kind of interesting though, to kind of segue poorly out of, is that Battlefield might be going free to play. And so I know a lot of people are talking about that, and then but it seems like it's only going to be for the portal mode.
The heck is
So
portal
it's like
mode?
I think it's that one where it's like it's supposed to combine all the other past Battlefield games, like the maps and stuff like that. I think
Oh, like
that's what's
Forge.
being.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. It's I don't care, but I do think it's interesting that Battlefield just is consistently taking L's, man.
Wait, but then how are you
Yeah,
gonna get the portal mode if you don't have Battlefield?
I think they're probably just gonna make like a separate client or download or
Just
something
Battlefield,
for it.
just shut down. Make a new game. No, actually, don't even make a new game. Just stop.
Yeah, but people are not very happy about it. And just people are just in general not happy with any of the game companies. If I'm being honest, like they just keep messing up. Like Ubisoft's still moving towards the NFT route.
Still, really?
Yeah, they were like,
Oh
yeah, I forgot what the
no.
quote. They're like, yeah, the fans are always right, but we're gonna keep going with the
Oh, is
NFTs.
that
And
where they
I'm like,
said
all
they
right.
just the gamers just don't know how good it can be yet? Is that the quote?
Yeah, yeah. I think it's something like that where it's like, yeah, gamers are always right, they just don't know yet. And yeah, I mean, like, I get it.
Oh,
I get it, man. Maybe he's just really likes the tech and wants to help his company get a little more,
he's
a
just
little
trying to
more cheddar.
justify buying $1 million monkey PNG for
Yeah.
his Twitter account. All right,
hmm
that's all it is. Oh,
I this is the dark timeline. We're in the dark
yeah, that's like triggering me
timeline.
right now. It's like, come on, games, please
But
don't
yeah,
ruin my escape.
with your
Yeah.
board apes NFT. But yeah, I think the main thing here is just that like Ubisoft, just no one's been listening. No one likes them, especially after that. They're competing with EA to become even like who can be the least disliked or most disliked, I guess.
Who can
Most
get
disliked
shut down by
company.
the government first?
Yeah, yeah. My goodness,
For
man.
gambling.
Shoot. But yeah, like it seems like pretty much that they're only gonna do that part free to play. They've lost most of their fan base, which we've talked about in another gaming news video.
Okay.
But it's it's just kind of like I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, the game should just go free to play. There's probably, I mean, there's still people playing it, but I don't really hear anybody talking about it. I don't know. I just think like a lot of these old franchises, I guess, like
Hmm.
they've been going on for years. Either shut them down, stop, or what they should just do is like for their older games, they should just like, hey, we're putting the servers back up. You can play them again, and
That's
then
smart.
allow people to like, hey, we're doing sales on them. Like you get a bundle or something for all
Hmm.
the old games for like $20, and then they're gonna put the servers up and then they just let them play. Like I think they should just go back to like, hey, you just play the old games. I'm not sure if any of the old servers are shut down. I know like, like the old Halo servers have been shut down for the most part. Um, but
But
I don't know.
like,
I,
why would you play Battlefield anymore? I don't know.
I don't know. I liked Battlefield 1. I enjoyed that one a lot. That was probably like my favorite.
Hmm.
In terms of like first person shooters, like during that time when it came out. But yeah, I just know after Battlefield 1, everything kind of went downhill. That it just, and that was my first and only Battlefield that I've owned. I mean, I
Oh,
played a bit of Bad Company, when I go over to your house or
yeah.
something, or whoever owned it. But I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know. Battlefield, I think it's kind of like again, these titans of the industry are just dying. It seems like, of course, with Sony buying out Bungie, it's like they're just trying to collect as many companies. So it seems like it's a good time to just be a game company, put out something mediocre, and then just have some bigger company buy
Yeah.
you out
For
at
six
this
billion
point.
dollars.
Yeah. I'm like, Bungie, is Bungie really worth that much? I was kind of
No.
like, everyone's kind of like, mm.
What do they
I'm
have
like,
now? Just
they have
Destiny,
Destiny,
because they don't have
and
Halo anymore.
they have Destiny, and then they have the one guy who still cries about them selling Halo to 343. So it's just like the reminiscing about the glory days. But that's it. That's it. I don't know. Outside of Bungie making those two games, I really don't know what else they've made
What have they
or what
made?
else they've worked on. I'm pretty sure they've worked on a handful of games, but the main thing seems to be Destiny 2. And I know we give it a lot of flack because we know people who play Destiny 2, and we just tell them just go play Halo.
Which is the
Um,
superior game.
yes, of course. So I don't know. It's just I kind of just don't like
When's
how
Disney gonna buy a game? Hmm?
they had their own game line and stuff like that for it was those Toys to Life thing. It was not Skylanders. It was
Toys to Life.
they tried, yeah.
Oh, like where you buy the
You
toy. Okay, yeah, it is
Yeah, you buy the
Skylanders.
toys. It was like the Skylander stuff, and like they had some other Disney stuff. They've always
Hmm.
had games, of course. Like if you go back to like the SNES, you had like their licensed game. Like you had like Pinocchio,
Oh, Lion
Aladdin,
King.
The Lion King. You had that stuff, of course. I think even on the NES and stuff like that, and Game Boy. So they've always Disney's have always had licensed games. I don't think they've ever had a gaming like company like, but I mean, I guess there's Lucas Arts,
That's true.
um,
They have Star Wars games. I
so
don't know.
yeah, so I don't know, but it's just kind of interesting that everything's getting bought out now. I think buying Bungie is just more of a reactionary kind of thing. I think Sony's getting kind of scared that there may be
Hmm.
some competition that Microsoft seems to be going up for like the industry share of things. Yeah, dude, it's just Destiny or Halo related in terms of Bungie.
So somebody in chat
Yeah.
brings up a good point. Can you see Bungie working with somebody like Insomniac? That might be good.
You
But
see, the
that
thing
they
is
would have to
like
make another
how much
IP.
how much of like Bungie's real talent is left? Like how many people are there from the Halo days? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like I'm presuming very little to none.
Oh yeah, maybe
They've
you're right.
either moved on to 343, gone to other studios, started their own studios. I don't know how many people are there.
Hmm.
I don't know to like actually get something really creative off the ground. Like I enjoyed the first Destiny, like for the first hour or so. I thought the first mission was cool. I think it was too rinse and repeat.
Uh,
I think in reality, Destiny's a pretty safe game. I don't know if they're really gonna use Bungie. I don't know if they're just gonna use it to keep milking Destiny, because I know that's gonna be like a whole live service thing or whatever. It
shut
seems
it
like though
down.
it
Well,
that what?
oh no, I just said shut it down. But
Oh, yes, I would laugh so hard. I would laugh so hard if they just bought it and they're like, yeah, we're shutting down Destiny 2 servers.
imagine, hey Bungie, we just bought you, and you're all see you.
Yeah, yeah, no, your game's so bad. We have to. We're doing it for the
That's a
gamers
Chad
here.
moment.
I would, dude. That's. I could see someone like Elon Musk doing that, and
Oh man,
it'd be something like stupid like that, and it'd be,
I would
I don't
love
know.
that.
I think it, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what kind of like credibility Bungie brings to like the PlayStation brand. I guess like no
Hmm.
one's really, everyone's surprised. Like, oh wow, Bungie, and then it's like
But like,
Destiny. After
that's
like
what I'm
what
saying.
10 years. It's like I've been googling it. There's really,
But like,
it's
why buy
just,
them if they make one game and like one game only?
I don't know. Maybe they just need more hands on deck. To I don't know, try to put something out. It doesn't seem like they're really going exclusive. Destiny 2 seems like, oh no, we're gonna keep
Yeah,
everything
everything's the
going.
same.
And like nothing's wrong. Yeah, they just have Destiny 2 on their website. There's really
I mean, does anybody like Destiny? I don't know. I don't.
all
See, nobody said anything, so nobody likes it.
right. It's too late now to comment.
Yeah, case closed.
Yeah. I
That's
mean, it
how it
would be cool
works.
like if they work with something like Insomniac, unless like they do like they basically are like go to Insomniac and like, hey, you got these guys from Bungie, make Destiny good, or like
Make
I don't
Destiny
know,
3.
they yeah like make a good competent game, and then they just use the resources. I'm not sure if it's just a resource collection kind of thing.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know. It's supposed to be live service, which I'm never a fan of, because it's just like it's really hard to come up with sequels, and it's really hard to like just not rage at them for continuously monetizing, you know, the game,
True and
just
real, yeah.
milking that till like it just has nothing left. So I don't really know. I don't. I don't know. I don't want to be a negative Nancy all the time, but I don't really see this as a good move, because I just feel like this is just going to kind of turn into like a big bidding war between all the companies,
Yep.
while you just have Nintendo and Steam just chilling in the corner. You know?
Yeah. I mean,
Gosh, I
Nintendo's
love
doing a
that.
good job.
Yeah, I mean, Tencent has been kind of buying up stuff here and there too.
They're the biggest
So
company, I think. Tencent and then Sony. One and two.
yeah, they're just not putting out their own system, 10 cent, which I don't know. I'd be very surprised if they would put out their own system, but I don't think they need to. And I
Yeah,
don't
I was
think
gonna say,
anybody
do
would
they?
buy it. I don't think no one's gonna go out of the way to buy it. You know what I mean? It's just not something I don't. I really think in the console department,
I'd rather buy
they
Soldier
can't
Boy's
really.
console.
Yes. Dang, dude, I forgot about that. How long did that happen?
A couple of years ago. I don't even remember
Oh
what
my
happened.
goodness.
Was it Soldier Boy's? Was it
Yeah,
him?
it was the
Okay.
Soldier console or whatever.
He's
Yeah, it
actually
was.
because you weren't watching Halo this weekend, right?
No.
He was in the tournament,
Yeah, he's a streamer now or something, right?
but he was trying to compete. He's on a team to compete in Halo.
What is he on?
I
What
don't know.
team?
I tried looking for it, but he was already offline, so I guess he lost right away. But I just found that interesting. He's like, what? He's actually trying to compete to go to Anaheim? I was like, man,
That's
maybe we do
actually
have a
funny.
chance. We just need two better players.
Yep. No call outs. No call outs.
Yeah.
But but yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of interesting, like the state that we're in right now with games, because it's just everyone angry, everyone disappointed,
Mm-hmm.
sad.
Cough, cough.
Honestly, it's just I don't know. But I guess hopefully things change. I'm just hoping things change, things get better. But hopefully it just isn't just some giant monopolies on video games like Microsoft and Sony owning everything.
That's
I
probably
don't
what's
know.
gonna happen. To be honest, I'm calling it right
I
now.
don't know, man. I don't want to think about it, man. I don't want to think about it.
There's your
But yeah.
future.
It's like okay, no, but
Move on. Move
next thing,
on.
next thing, next thing. But yeah. So I just wanted to mention because I know we talked about this a while back.
Mm-hmm.
When we were talking about the DC fandom thing, if you haven't, feel free to look back way into our catalog, and give it a listen because we kind of went over kind of our thoughts on some of the things that DC was showing off
Mm-hmm.
during that time. I think that was probably like last summer, end of last summer.
Was it?
I think when they
That
did
was a
that.
long time
But
ago.
but yeah, they announced a bunch of stuff, and some of the stuff, of course, did come out. One of those things being Aquaman, King of Atlantis. It's a cartoon. It kind of has like that Cal Arts aesthetic to it, kind of like in line with something like Gravity Falls, or well, I guess maybe more like Uncle Grandpa and stuff like that. And so I watched like 2 episodes,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm hooked. No pun intended. But the I totally did not plan that. I literally I swear. But yeah, the game, the show, I think it's pretty solid. I don't really like think like, oh, I'm gonna tell people to go and watch it. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
interesting. If you like Aquaman, I think you're either gonna enjoy it a lot or hate it a lot, because they do make Aquaman, of course, kind of like back to his to the oh, he speaks to fish, haha, kind of thing. Like, Jason Momoa did not become Aquaman to just allow Aquaman to be lame again. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? Like, he made him cool finally, and then we're just going back to him being kind of lame again. But I do kind of like some of the themes of the story. It is really nice. It's kind of some of it, yeah, it is kind of happy go lucky, but it is kind of nice to see like just a simple cartoon that's like it's 45 minutes long each episode. I thought they're gonna be like,
Dang.
15 minutes, 20 minutes. But yeah, they have their own story and everything. But I kind of like it. The pacing's okay. Yeah, sometimes
Mm-hmm.
it's a cartoon. You can't really expect the pacing to be, on like Attack on Titan level or something like that. But it's I think for its kind of simple art style as well. And I think it actually looks really nice. There's some shots that actually look really nice. I'm like, wow, that looks pretty nice actually, and it looks like they've taken a lot of care. The animation, I'm sorry, is very smooth. It's wacky. The characters are always like it's not just like bland, like them standing there. There's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of movement, a lot of interesting shots, a lot of angles, like, and then they stretch out the characters and they have interesting, characteristics.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's really cool. I do like it. The Ocean Master voice, I can't remember. I have to look him up because the voice sounds familiar. Like if he was like on Chowder, I think he was not Mung Dal, the guy who he would sell the fruit at the fruit stand and had the earring. Like
Oh, him?
I think that was him. I don't know, but it sounds familiar. Like the one of the voices, like it sounds like one of them was on Chowder, and I did kind of get like Chowder vibes from it.
Uh-huh.
Not like in a crazy way, but just kind of like the absurdity of it. But I would still think Chowder's
His
better.
name's
But you can't beat Chowder.
Dana Snyder, Ocean Master.
Dana Snyder. Ah, okay. I don't know if that's him or not. I'd have to look it up. But in terms of like if that's the Chowder character, I
Yep,
think
he's
it
on
is because his
Chowder.
voice. Oh, he is from Chowder.
Yeah,
Is it
yep, Gazpacho.
just? Yes,
Yep,
yes.
there you go.
Okay.
See, yeah, that's him.
I was like,
I
because when
knew
I
it.
heard it, it just. Oh my goodness. Let's go. Okay. Yeah. Woo.
See, you're not
So if
crazy.
I would have got, yeah. So I was like, man, I was like gonna get fact checked so hard on that, but all right. So good thing I'm right on that.
I
But yeah,
protect you, brother.
I enjoyed it. But yeah, it's a good cartoon. It's kind of the same thing, kind of in line with a lot of the modern cartoons. But I think it has, it has good heart into it. I guess like it has him kind of talking about like, oh, am I good enough to be a king? And yeah, it has a lot of jokes, and I do kind of like the relationship between um him and what's her name, Mira, the I think that's what. Oh man, I forgot her name. Yeah, the main girl. the but yeah, his love interest. I
Amber
guess
Heard.
that's yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but yeah, I think it's Mira, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
that's
yeah,
who it is.
yeah. That's her name.
Okay, so yeah, I do like it because it's like it shows them kind of like, for once, it shows like characters in like a healthy relationship. It kind of just feels like a lot of the times it's just like I don't know. It's just I don't really like it. So it's always kind of sad how they're portrayed. Like, yeah, Aquaman can be kind of like a doofus, but
Mm.
he's still good at heart, and he's strong, and but it's just he's a little insecure at times, and she's like, no, you're a good king, and she she kicks butt and stuff, and they're supportive of each other. I'm like, that's nice, because a lot of the times it's just like you're stupid. No, you're stupid. And yeah, that happens. But at the end, they're like, no, but I care about you a lot. So
Mm.
yes, I'm sorry. Like it's not too bad. It's the first two episodes. And also I just like that their romance is not the center of the episodes, but it's kind of used as a driving force, or like sometimes like in a joke or something. But it's not too bad. It's sometimes when they focus too much on the romance, it gets kind of like, okay, well, where's this going? But for the most part, I think it's fine. I think it has enough of everything to be a really good show. I have to probably watch everything before I give it my full review, but it's like a good 7.5. I would rate it a good 7.5 out of 10. But I just kind of wanted to mention that because I know we talked about it, and I
Mm-hmm.
know I was going to watch about it, and so watch it, and then talk about it, and then kind of give my little review on it. So I kind of want to do that quick little spiel
Mm-hmm.
before we start talking about what everyone was here for is the Pokemon Arceus review.
Woo, woo, woo,
Um,
woo.
so it's finally out. Fen, you're gonna have to take the floor on this one because I have not played
Because you
it
guys
yet.
did it wrong.
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, without spoiling it, right? Oh, great.
Hmm.
Honestly, like I think I said it at the party, but this game is a game changer. For the first, let's see, 10 hours or so that I've played already, I've had the
Hmm.
most fun in the Pokemon game in like since Pokemon Red and Blue. Like, I,
Really?
I mean, it
Since Red and Blue, you
like
can't tell me
this
when you were
game,
like
Ricky.
what,
Like
12 years
this
old.
game is so good. It's just the only game, in my opinion, personal opinion, that feels
Hmm.
like what Pokemon should be. Like
Hmm.
all the other games is like, okay, cool, those were fun while they lasted, but now this, like, this should be the
Really?
blueprint for the next whatever amount of Pokemon games they make. And if they go back to the other one, it's like I think they're gonna lose it because this game, like,
Hmm.
everything is so well not everything, most of the stuff is so well done, like from the catching
Hmm.
to like how you have an actual story where there's side quests, like the traveling, the where you
You
have
mean
the
it's
cat.
more than just bad
Yeah,
guy?
it's more than just here's, X bad guy, go do gym, Elite Four, done. Because
Hmm.
nobody plays Pokemon for the story, right? Like,
Yeah.
I can't even tell you the story of any Pokemon game unless on the TV show. But like this one is like I'm actually reading the dialogue, and like there's actual good conversation, and like even the side quests have meaning. Like they explain like Drifloom, how like he abducts kids which I did not know. And I'm just like, wait, this Pokemon, this cute Pokemon, just takes kids and then
You got lost your fan.
does whatever, huh? Oh, hello.
It's okay. Keep going since it's your review.
Okay.
Just ignore me. Hopefully, I get the thing back. Yeah, go.
I'll talk to Dario. No, but yeah. So this game, it's I don't know. I give it like a solid like 9, maybe 8.5, 9. I'm not even close to beating it. I've only done like 2 of the bosses or whatever they're called. What are they called? The legends or whatever. The wardens, whatever. Uh, the art style, I can see why people can kind of complain because there is certain parts where like if you're next to the water, it has like a really weird engraving or something around people or Pokemon or whatever, which is weird. And like a lot of people complain that it does look ugly. I mean, it's a Pokemon game. Pokemon games you don't really play for the graphics or HD, blah 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 blah, because it is on the Switch and it's not going to be 4K. It doesn't lag, like most Pokemon games or most Switch games where there is that frame drop. I haven't witnessed the frame drop for like the 11 hours I've been playing. Um, it's the Pokedex, like how they changed the Pokedex is really good. I like catching the same Pokemon for like different reasons and getting like a mark or whatever. And like instead of badges, it's a star system, which I think is like 10 stars if I remember. But like, so you have the more research you do, the more stars you get. I think there's no gyms. Like, I'm not really that far in the game. But yeah, it's really
No
good. I already got my
spoilers.
first. Yeah, I don't know. I was like, I've already gotten my first shiny. Yeah, Monster Hunter, but Pokemon, especially when you go against the big Pokemon. It's like Monster Hunter, and I like that system. I mean, you don't necessarily have to use Pokemon for that, but I
Mhm.
like that. I don't know. It's just like I find myself not doing the story and like, oh, there's a rock over there. I'm gonna go break it. Oh, there's a plant over there. I'm gonna go do whatever. Oh, there's an alpha Pokemon. Time to run. So it's like, it's so good. I don't think I would be able to play like if they made a Pokemon game after this, but it's like back to what they used to be. I would be extremely sad and be like, why would you ruin something so good? I don't really know why people are complaining about the game. I think it's mostly just like the graphics.
Yeah, I
Um,
know some people are saying like, "Oh, it looks like GameCube or PlayStation 2." I usually don't like taking a dump on the graphics,
uh
especially someone who just has to make like 8-bit
8-bit,
looking kind of
yeah,
video game.
exactly.
It's like I appreciate retro art,
Mhm,
retro games and stuff like that. So
mhm,
I'm not too big on graphics. It's not a make or break.
mhm.
With that being said, though, I think that graphics are very important in terms of aesthetic. I think the aesthetic is there for the most
Oh
part.
yeah,
I
big
think
time.
it kind of looks a little bland at times.
Mhm.
Um, and then because when you were showing it off, it was kind of like, well, there's not too much, in the world. I don't think in terms
Yeah,
of like level design, it's not very.
it's not like out there. It is
Yeah,
very bare, I guess.
yeah, and I think they still need to. I mean, it's not Breath of the Wild here. I guess that's what most people are saying. Like,
But
it's
people
just
are comparing it to that, and it's like, no, it's not.
yeah.
But it's like I feel like I'm treating this game as like it being a prototype for something that they want to start doing. Like I think after this game with like such good feedback that they're getting, they're like, okay, we can stick with this. Now let's just fix the
Hmm.
issues. Like I mean, I kind of understand why people want more Pokemon all over the place. I don't mind that. There's enough to be like, oh, okay, it doesn't feel so empty. But
Hmm.
again, that just goes back to people wanting more than what we have.
Yeah.
So
There's always going to be part of the fan base that's never going to be satisfied,
yeah.
no matter what. I don't know. I haven't really gotten my hands on it, but from what I've seen, it looks like it's a major step up, especially with the way they've done like the moves and
Hmm.
stuff like that. And I kind of just being able to like throw the Pokeball, like your character, and you see
Oh
him. I think
yeah.
that's pretty fun. Of course, I really do enjoy like the classic Pokemon formula,
Hmm.
but it was getting stale, and I think I got kind of tired of it. I mean, turn-based combat. I like it, but that's a problem for me. It's like after a while, it's like okay, just like let's speed these boys up. You know what I mean? Like
Well, like think
versus.
about it. We've been playing Pokemon since '93, and it's been the same exact thing, literally. Well, like
Yeah.
excluding Pokemon Stadium, but like even though this game is still the same combat, they've like quote
Hmm.
unquote refreshed it. So like they have like the strong slash agile, which is a rip off from
Hmm.
Monster Hunter Stories, which I like. And then like a lot of the moves are the same but different. And then like if you paralyze somebody, you can also overwrite that and put them to sleep. Or there's like little changes everywhere that's like, oh, okay, these are like quality of life changes that we needed so much. Just like being able
Yeah.
to walk around or like run around while your Pokemon's battling, like that helps me like just dive into the game and feel like I am in the game. So it's like in
Hmm.
Pokemon, the old ones, you just stand there. Or actually, you don't even see your trainer when you battle, right? Yeah. So
Yeah. I mean, you see it throw it out. I mean, of course, like I don't like the original games. Of course, it's like I don't complain about those, like like some of the first Pokemon games because they had the
mhm.
hardware limitations. But for the
Yeah.
most part, the Nintendo Switch is able to handle most stuff. I think
Hmm.
they can make a pretty good looking game. I just don't know if the Pokemon Company or Game Freak, is really willing to put the time and resources
Hmm.
into making a game. I guess more the time, I guess I should say, because they want to pump one out like every 1 to 2 years.
1 to 2 years. Yeah.
And it's like, especially if they take like, like 2 to 3 years, I think that'd be a lot better. And of course, it's one of those things where I think they're just gonna have to pass off Pokemon to other companies. I think more competent companies. I don't know.
You
It's
think
just like,
so?
yeah, I think it'd be better if they
Hmm.
don't, because like most of the other games Game Freak has put out, just they're not that great. I think whatever it is in the secret sauce is just it's not there anymore. And I think like I mean, can you imagine giving Square Enix something like Pokemon
But then it wouldn't be Pokemon, in my opinion. I don't know. I find the
as Game
charm
Freak?
in it being so well, excluding Sword and Shield because that's a sorry excuse for Pokemon game. But like, I like the not so great graphics.
Oh no,
Like,
I don't mind that. I
yeah, I
don't
don't
mind that.
know.
But
It's
like, if you
just
look at something like Octopath Traveler, I think they could have gone something like that in terms of like if they wanted to keep kind of like that old
the top
pixel art
down.
style.
Yeah.
But I just think in terms of like the way that Square Enix makes their games, I think it's
Hmm.
just a fundamentally like a lot better. It's
That's
just
true.
from the core of it, like how they're built, just in terms of like how combat's dealt with, game mechanics, movement, storyline. I think they're just way better than what Game Freak. I think if you got the game devs at Square Enix to work on a Pokemon game, and then Game Freak keep made like
Doing.
another Pokemon.
Hmm.
I think the Square Enix one would win out.
I
I think yeah,
think
like
so.
there's yeah, I think for the most part it'd be better to pass it off, and I think to see like what others some like new people, new companies, because it's just I don't know, it's just like Game Freak's kind of been putting out the same game. I think this is a step up. From what I've seen, like it is a step up, but I don't know. I just think not that it's too little, too late, because I don't think that's what it is. It's just that I don't know. I think it'd be cool if like maybe somebody else tried making a Pokemon game, a
Hmm.
mainline Pokemon game rather than a spinoff. I mean, because we don't
Hmm.
really get. I mean, there's fresh ideas in this one from what it seems like, but I think it'd just be really fascinating, just for like, or even just get uh like to collaborate, I guess, with another company, like just be like, hey, Square Enix, we want you, because like Square Enix has been making RPGs, JRPGs for like the longest time, like they know it
Hmm.
inside and out. Like I think it'd be very interesting to just get them to
Hmm.
work on it with them, like to collaborate, something like that. Because I just feel like sometimes at Game Freak, there's just something missing. I don't know what it is, but it's
See, I
just.
don't know though. Like, because I know what you're saying, and I know I agreed with you before this game. I don't know. I think like
Mhm,
maybe it'd be interesting to see if your opinion will change once you kind of like thoroughly play this game.
mhm,
Because I feel like a lot of the stuff that we wanted, even we've
mhm,
talked about even on the podcast, like this game just like check marks like literally everything. And I'm only 10 hours in. I'm not even like halfway done with the story. So it's like
hmm,
I don't know. I mean that's me wanting a good Pokemon game. So but I can't compare it to like something like Square Enix because they're on a whole different level. It's like if Square Enix did make a Pokemon game, I would feel like yeah, it'd probably be good, but it's not Pokemon, unless it's like literally just everything's the same except their own, I don't know, storytelling and upgraded graphics. But even then, it'd be like, well, I want my Pixel Rock, my 8-bit Pokemon sounds, you know, like that's what I want. That's what they have in the game. So it's like because like even the complaint was because of 8-bit sound, the Pikachu and Eevee. So in like the old, like even in like BDSP, they had like the actual voice of Pikachu or the actual voice of Eevee, and people were like, oh, I don't want that. And so like now in this game, it's back to the old school voices, and now people are like, oh, why they change it back? We want them to sound like actual Pokemon, blah blah blah. And it's like, what's wrong with the chunky Pikachu sound? You know? I don't know. I think people
Because
just would
they
never
kept
be
the
happy.
chunky Pikachu sound, but they didn't make him chunky.
That's
Like
true.
I do miss that, the old school like chonk Pokemon aesthetic. I don't know, I miss that. I kind
That
of miss
should be
that. I
like
really
I
like
feel
it.
like I feel like with all the old school art, because it is like vastly different. If they have like, here's the
Hmm.
Pokemon, here's the shiny, and here's like a shiny alt, and it's the old school, like that would be cool, and that would be like more collectors
Or
that would play
or
the
or
game.
not even just that. Like if you get a Pokemon that weighs a lot more, he'll look chonk, and then
Well, you never know.
you know
Maybe
what I
that's a
mean?
thing because in this game there is sizes, and like when you're walking around, you can tell if it's small or big. So it's like maybe that's the
Yeah,
next step. An overweight
just a
snor,
chonk
a
Pikachu.
skinny
You know, no.
Snorlax. I just like instantly imagine that in my brain. I was like, that's
It's just
disgusting.
Brock. That's
Yeah.
just all it is. It just looks like Brock. Yeah.
I don't know. The
I don't know.
game's so good.
It seems like Pokemon's evolving and like they're making more steps to go forward and stuff.
Hmm.
But I don't know. I'll have to see once I played it a lot. But what's the rating, fan? What's the rating?
Oh yeah, your
What are you looking
earphones
at?
weren't working. I give it like a 9, like 8.5, because I
A
do see
nine,
like some inconsistencies in the graphics, but I
eight and a
overlook
half.
it. But like it's a 9, and like I'm only 10 hours in, so it could change. But it's like I'm already
Okay.
shiny hunting, so it's like I'm a happy guy. Like I want to play it like every day, but I also like Halo. So and then Elden Ring's coming
So,
out. Ugh.
man, the server's back up for Elden
No,
Ring.
and that's making me very worried, Ricky.
That's making me a little nervous. Yeah,
I'm not
because we're
gonna pre.
so
I
close
think
to launch.
yeah, I'm not gonna pre-order till the week of like
I
you're
was
doing.
so tempted to pre-order it because it was like you got like a cool ring and stuff, and I'm always looking out for stuff like that. And it's just like, oh, okay, really
Technically,
good.
if you pre-order it, you never mind. They're not gonna do that because sometimes you get the stuff before the game. If you like
And just
pre-order at
cancel it.
GameStop and then just cancel it, and be like, actually, I don't want it. Because I do know like the remember how I was talking about like the Super Ultra Collector's edition with the statue?
Mm-hmm.
That's back up, and that statue is looking nice. But maybe when I
I
start
don't know,
working
man.
with my sister and brother-in-law, I'll be like, I'm just gonna real quick cop this and be broke for another month.
Yeah. All
But yeah,
right,
so
but
Pokemon, play it. It's a prototype. I feel like next Pokemon Generation 9 is gonna be the best Pokemon game,
you think so?
unless it's prototype part 2. But if this is if they're listening to the general consensus that this game is great, there's a little like tweaks that they gotta fix,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's gonna be the best Pokemon game ever. Are they gonna listen?
Okay.
It is Nintendo, probably not, but
It is Game Freak. They're pretty stubborn.
they haven't changed since '93, so so I don't know. Play it, Ricky. Like I feel I want to see your opinion if it changes. Hopefully not for the worse, but
Yeah, I don't really know. Hopefully, yeah. I should have gone it like Saturday,
hmm.
but I don't know where it is. And then it's been stuck in a nearby city for like a day, and I'm like,
See, the driver's playing it.
yeah. I'm like, all right. I almost said what city. That would have
You
trade
could
me a
trade me a starter.
starter, a starter, it's a starter. But yeah, I'll probably do that. I don't know. We'll see.
I'll give you
But
one.
Ben will do it if I don't.
Yeah, I'll do it. Don't worry.
I don't know when that game's coming, so I ain't making promises. So, all right. Any closing thoughts? I think we're all good. Pokemon's good. Pokemon's back. Halo's kind of meh. Blizzard new survival game meh. Battlefield going free to play meh.
Meh.
Joker 2 announcement
Not
yeah.
meh.
Okay. Not meh.
That's our
Sony
new
buys
rating
Bungie
system.
meh. Aquaman King of Atlantis Yeah, I'd say watch it if you're interested. It does get kind of like the not old school cartoon vibes like from the 2000s, but you can definitely see some inspiration, I guess. I don't know, but it's not like this new cutting edge like cartoon that's gonna like totally change your mind about everything. But I don't know. I enjoy it for like mindless viewing, I guess. But yeah. So with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's podcast episode. Sorry for all the weird issues we're having. I don't know why everything decided not to work today, like simultaneously. And yeah, so we're gonna be switching over to Halo. But
Woo.
before that, if you want to listen more, feel free to check out our Instagram where we post clips and different things that we talk about. On our YouTube, we also feel free to subscribe and then check out some of our past episodes. There's always going to be an episode every Monday, and we do it 3 o'clock live on Twitch, Pacific Standard Time if you're interested. But yeah, feel free to leave a like or however it works on your podcast listening platform. So we'd appreciate if you do that for us. Thank you.
Peace.
Okay.